The truth is that at that time, I did not know what to think about the unknown. He was an ancestral entity, some kind of spirit of unknown origin that caused chaos and conflicts. It is possible that he didn't even exist as such, and that his name was no more than a title that various creatures had adopted throughout history. Whatever it was, our roads had already crossed paths in the past. The first time was during the previous war against Baal. At that time, it took the body of a young woman who had just died. I distrusted her instantly. After all, she was a manipulative creature who loved chaos. However, she helped us stop Baal. Without the information she gave us, I don't know if we would have been able to seal it in time. I could not trust the unknown, but his knowledge could be useful again for a second time. Therefore, when he appeared inside Arcane, I considered that the most sensible thing was to tolerate him. After all, in hell, it's good to have the devil on your side. Baal, the Gate of Hell. An appropriate name for a monstrosity that should never have had one. I did not expect to meet it again. The mere thought of it horrified even me. That thing was an amalgam of dead gods and darkness that was born of the collective consciousness of mankind. An idea that became incarnate and then became aware of itself. The pure concept of evil. It had always existed on the plane of ideas, but in the past, it tried to become physical and turn the world into hell. We stopped it, imprisoning it in its own dimension from which it could never return. I myself used my blood as part of the seal that kept it away from reality. When I got to that tower, I didn't know it, but everything around me was part of Baal. As an aspect of humanity, it had access to the collective memories, which allowed Baal to create the worlds that reflected the experiences of those who were linked to it. Step by step, it was waking up, and it would be able to materialize. Alone, even I could not be able to stand against Baal this time. I knew I had to stop it before it was too late if I wanted to have a chance. You know, I had never liked the Order of Nathaniel. It was an organization too closely linked to the Inquisition. They were devoting themselves to hunt and destroy supernatural creatures in secret. I can partly understand their reasons. Some of us may be dangerous to the world. I myself have destroyed many of my own, but unlike Nathaniel, I have always been exceptionally selective. And my objectives had only been those that were real threats to people. Nathaniel destroyed any supernatural thing for the mere fact of being one. For them, all were creatures that hid in the shadows. Monsters. Ironically, they were hiding from them. The Order collaborated to stop Baal, so I was even more horrified that they were involved in its resurrection. They knew what it was. If Nathaniel thought they could dominate and use it for their own purposes, they and their leader Romeo were more stupid than I thought. Ergamundus was a problem. I had heard about him. Some called him the Dark Messiah, an entity of unlimited power that in the past was about to cause a war between supernatural creatures and humanity. Our paths never crossed. But as far as I know, he ended up sealed in a book and controlled by Nathaniel's ultimate executor, a lapdog of immeasurable power. Even I wasn't sure I would be able to defeat him if he were completely unleashed. About his bearer, the truth is that I don't know too much. As a child, she had been persecuted by supernatural creatures and lost her family. Somehow, she managed to sign a pact with Ergo to control his power. It is not what I would call a happy childhood. I knew they were in the tower, and that we would meet sooner or later.
Today is a day full of surprises. Who could have imagined I'd meet more people able to walk around here?
And you are?
You can call me Zero, if you want. As for what I am, can only tell you that I'm someone who can move around freely in this place. Like you. The only thing that matters is that I have no intention of facing you.
And what is this place? Do you know what is happening in it?
The name this place receives is the Tower of Arcane. As for the rest, I'm really not sure. In my own way, I'm as lost as you are. I can only say that this is a place of memories, made of memories. Probably I myself am one of them. Maybe even you are. Everything you see here has been created around the memories of beings of great power. We who live here call them the messengers. Entire worlds made of their lives extend in all directions. Could be said that they're the masters of Arcane, but at the same time, they are its prisoners. In front of you is the world of one of those entities, and in the deepest zone, hidden in the nucleus, Messenger himself.
If you know, tell me how to get to him.
It's not so easy. Everything you'll see is real and unreal at the same time. If you want to reach him, you must open a path to his consciousness. For that to happen, you'll have to obtain fragments of his life. Gather enough of his memories to summon him. With 3 of them, you should have enough.
Thanks for the information, Zero. You talked about others like me before. What did you mean?
I crossed paths with a couple not long ago. Young woman accompanied by a creature, a lot like you. They didn't seem to know where they were. I found them in another section of the tower. Are they known to you?
It could be said like that.
Well, if you're lucky, maybe you'll meet them soon. As far as I know, they were coming here.
Hello? Is anybody there? Please! I need help!
First, calm down. Tell me, what's going on?
During the attack, I came to redistribute the energy of the prison towards the outer protections of the cathedral, but everything fell apart and I was trapped by the rocks. Please, help me!
Calm down. I will break this door open.
You will not be able to destroy it. Its supernatural protections are too powerful. You'll need the authorization of a maester to open it. There must be one in the atrium or in the training area. Please! I don't know how much I'll be able to endure!
I will be back soon. The seals of defense that separate the cathedral from the outside are still functional. I could turn them off, but whatever is out there could force its way in. He should not be in irons. This place twists the rules to try.